Hey, what's up everybody? Today we are looking at the C10 Pro, the I guess upgrade to the C10, although I think this sounds a bit different. Look at this gold and this gold and this gold here. Beautiful looking IM. Seems to be about the shape of the C12, that same shape. Also pretty, though I think the C12 that I had was silver and gold. This is black and gold. It's quite nice looking overall. Nice nozzle, nice screen there. The kind of the shower head type screen. Beautiful matte black kind of brushed aluminum finish with the gold accents. QDC connector. Very nice. I would consider this different than the 10, where the 10 was more smooth. This one is more aggressive in its base. Definitely, I would actually consider this more or less like the ZS10. Think of this as CCA's ZS10. It really shares a lot of similarities with it, except for I think the vocals on this now have been moved forward, making them a little bit more clearer in the V shape. Not so much of a recession, which is a good thing. So I do like the tuning with these. I'm going to get that out of the way. I like the tuning with these a lot. I don't know what it is about these. I just absolutely love these. Um, Almost sounds like the wireless ones that we just did. Although I think the bass is actually better on these, but of course they're wired, so you would expect that because they're not being transmitted Bluetooth. This nice cable, which I think at one time was the KZ upgrade cable, silver cable with the angled connector, still has a plastic splitter down there, QDC connections, but it's a nice cable overall. Let's get a look at some of the specs here. What we're looking at is the weight, 27 grams, 3.5 millimeter. Pin type is the 0.75 millimeter. 20 to 40,000 hertz. 24 ohms, 109 decibels. Uh, Very interesting uh, that it shares the name with the regular C10, which was a very good earphone, by the way, in my opinion. I still recommend that to people looking at things in that price range. Very good. This one, a little bit more aggressive with its signature. Highs are a little bit more sparkly. The V shape is more pronounced, except for when it comes to the mids. The mids seem to be a little pushed forward, pushing the vocals forward, making them a little bit clearer overall and more enjoyable. Some good bass. Would I call this a bass cannon? I think this could be possibly a bass cannon, depending on the tracks. Obviously, your recording is a big factor in what something sounds like. Next would be your equipment, and then, of course, the earphones or headphones themselves. It makes a big difference, and any one of those things can change your experience compared to mine. And as you see, what I use in mine, I use the SP2, the UN X1S, and obviously the Sundaro, I've always mentioned. And we also have the X-Do right here, the XP2, and I think I called this a 2. This is the SP200 THX amp. Very good amp. Every one of these pieces of equipment is very impressive for the price. We still have our DAPs that we play with it in that too. Those are very budget DAPs. I don't actually own a nice expensive Android DAP or, a mid-fi DAP. I'd like to get one of those eventually. I'd like to get some more mobile devices. This one's excellent for what it is as a Bluetooth, and it can be used USB as well. It has very good power. Just going to look at this for a second. So overall, you're getting a very pleasant V signature, and V signatures went away for a short period of time. Now they're coming back stronger. Mids are being pushed forward, so they're more clear. I wouldn't actually call it a W shape, which would mean that the mids, were right there with the bass and the highs. But the vocals were definitely clear on all the tracks that I was listening to, except for really old tracks. And if you get into really old things like classic music, if it's not remastered, the vocals can kind of take a hit because of the way that it was tuned. Um, but most tracks that were remastered and newer tracks and pop music sound really good on this. So if you're into bass and you want wired, then you can try the CCA C10 Pro. Um, the C12 is also good. Um, the regular C10 is good. The new wireless CX10s are good. Um, but this one I like. I don't know what it is about these. I'm hooked on these. Um, it comes with this cable, and it also comes with these right here, the star tips. So you get your star tips. The tips that are on here, these are TRN tips. I have a whole set of these just lying around because I particularly like this tuning on this type of tip. It has a nice firmness to it and all that. Not my favorite tips, but I have some lying around, so they end up being the ones that I use sometimes for testing equipment. Um, Overall, I can say I really like these. I can definitely put these on a top 10 list, no problem, until something knocks them off. I don't know what. There is a Zax that's out there from KZ. I haven't heard it yet. I'm supposed to be getting it in. I don't know when. But really, it's very hard choices to have a top 10 now. And I will be doing my top 10 in December. Like last time, but man, this is going to be hard. This year, there's some really unique tuned IMs. We just did recently the Belons, the S's, and those actually came out, and those were surprising. I actually like those. And now we have these, and obviously I'm going to have to do True Wireless now that I have a big collection of True Wireless. We haven't gotten many full-size headphones in, so I can't really recommend any. I've had some listening sessions with a whole bunch of different ones, but I haven't had a chance to have them long enough to do a video. So I don't know. It's just going to be tough because I like these a lot. I love the Tinty 2s. I mean, I love the new Belons. There's just so many I like. And then there's different tunings, like the bright tunings, which I never liked before, but now I like with the Hannah coming along and the Heart Mirrors. They really have some nice vocals to them. So this one is fun. It's a V shape. Very dynamic sounding, very, very nice, musical if you want to put it that way. I hate using that word. Honestly, I just like to keep it simple. It's a fun sounding, very pleasant bass on this, very powerful, aggressive bass. Doesn't so much muck up the mids as you would think. The highs, very sparkling, maybe just right to that point where the sibilance begins. So be wary of the tracks that you use with these. But then again, a lot of KZ and CCA fans know what they expect. Has that typical KZ CCA tuning to them, maybe more so on the KZ side, because it does sound just like the ZS10 with a little bit better vocals. I think any fans of that will definitely be fans of this. Anybody that likes bass will definitely be a fan of this. So I can highly recommend this for that. So we've gone over the specs. Durability and comfort-wise, it's the same shape and basically the same build as the 12, I think, overall. And the 12 was fine. It was perfect the way it was. So honestly, I can't find any faults with that part. It will be comfortable. Unless it's not comfortable, it depends on your ears. And if you like those, you'll probably like these. If you wanted more bass, here you go. This has more bass than the 12. More bass than the other 10. So Not so much a Pro version, but a more powerful base version. Um, Overall, a very pretty version and well worth purchasing, I think, in my opinion, since I don't want to put these down. And that's very hard because I have so many things to review. But I do like these. So that said, the C10 Pro from CCA, I hope this was informative. And yes, these are gorgeous. I hope you like them. I like them. And I'll see you somewhere on the internet where we can continue the conversation. Thank you so much.